Eat override, and I'm ready to bring the pain for you this week. Oh, yeah. Woo! First round of the playoffs for most fantasy football leagues. That means you got to get over to Dr. Roto and get all the seasonal information you can get. My IDP heats of the week, get the heat check of the week. Get over there and get my hard hits and cool picks. Because you know what's also over there too? DFS as well too. We got Doc's Roto Visionaries hitting. We got Alicia's articles, Trevor's articles. We got Dangerous putting out articles. I have said this every week, every single week. Get over there. Promo code DOC. Get you percentage off. Join and win your league right now. And then win DFS for the rest of the time out. Oh, yeah. Woo. Let's get to it. Are you ready to bring the pain? Ooh, yeah. Woo. What a heck of a game that was. Hey, we wanted an entertaining Thursday night game, but a lot of us got scared there DFS-wise. I was wondering when they was going to pull some of these players, and they didn't pull anybody. I was like, oh, okay. I'm so down with that because seriously, I mean, you whoop a team 63-21. Of course, you see why the head coach and the GM were fired. But man, how did here? Okay, we'll get into that a little bit at the end, and then of course you're gonna get the Macho pick of the week, yeah, right. But like, you got trounced. The Los Angeles Chargers had no excuse for that. Yes, Herbert's out. Yeah, but your defense is banged up, right? And Keenan Allen's out, right? Oh, you did have an excuse. But here's the thing. Your record shouldn't have been that in the first place. You should have been able to take some hits and go on. Like the teams without depth really don't have anything going for them. It really stinks. And I mean, even the Rams, they showed their weaknesses without Cup. You know, it was the Puka game, and now Puka and Cup together, and everybody's there, and you think it's and Kyron's back, and it's like, oh man. So we'll get to that. But at the same time, it's you're sitting there and you're looking at all of the things that are going on in the NFL with all of the coaches getting fired, all of the quarterbacks getting blasted and just done for the year. There's so many people's drafts have altered. And it wasn't that the things, people go, well, you got to go right to the waiver wire and you got to pick people up. Some of those people did not perform well at all. There's just no way. I mean, Tim Boyle, what the heck happened there? At least Easton Stick showed up. Oh, yeah, he had the big stick. He took him to whooping. Yeah. Kind of like the Dodgers going for Glass now and getting Otani. Oh, yeah. It's all LA up in here. That's why we bring the pain. So when you're looking back and you see this, Adams looked good. I mean, I was worried for my seasonal team. He was stuck right there, like 4.9. I was like, Man, he got the 100-yard bonus and a touchdown. Thank you. The only thing that missed out for me last night was Jacoby Myers not catching a ball. However, he caught 2 balls and threw passes with them. So, therefore, not counting as a catch, I lost that one bet, but everything else hit. Man, it was a great night. I mean, DFS was crazy too because I'm like most like everybody stacked Raiders. And that's just, I had Adams as my captain, Zamir. Of course, I had O'Connell. And I threw in Eckler and I threw in Raiders defense. That was FanDuel, 5 spots. Right? On DraftKings, I threw in Jacoby Myers. So that got a little fun too. But I was literally still 10, 12 points out of first place. And that really was because of Eckler. And of course, yeah, if I would have took Josh Palmer, I probably would have took first place. But, just sometimes you're trying to just go off and you got that extra money. And I think I had 1,500 left over on FanDuel with that lineup. And I'm just thinking, okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm cool with just leaving money on the board. People always think that they have to use all their salary. You don't have to. That's their plan in the first place with all of that. So with that being said, you wait till you see who my Macho pick of the week is. Crazy pick. But Zamir White did look good. Man, I seen one of my dudes go pick him up and didn't even start him as a pure block move. So I did a crappy move. He just lost CJ Stroud for his game, and he's in the first round. This is the guy I beat last week, right? So, crushed last week. Oh, yeah. That's what we do. Right? And he's like over there, and I'm just like, I seen Stroud. So I went right to the waiver wire. Practically everybody played except Trubisky, and it was like Bailey Zappi was out there. It was bad. And Zach Wilson. That's all that's on the waiver. Oh, but Nick Mullins was. So I was like, well, I don't really need this guy anymore. So I just drop a dude and I picked up Nick Mullins, figuring, hey, he did the same move. And it wasn't that I was doing the move back to him because we're not even playing each other. We're just playing to go to the next round. He's in the other matchup. But the thing is like, well, he's got a really good team. He's a really good team. He beat me week 1. I mean, he got in me, but then I got him last week. So both of our teams have really went off on each other. So that really shows what kind of game that game could be. However, he's got to make it to the next round, and he's going to have to do that without Nick Mullins. He's going to have to do that with either Mitchell Trubisky, and he's a Browns fan, so he's probably not picking Trubisky. He might have to go Zach Wilson, but I don't know. Good luck to you, bro. Hey, it's playoffs. We all got money up, and I'm the defending Hitiato champion. Oh, yeah. And I will take any measure. I will block my opponents. I will block other players that I could, hey, if I just block this dude, see that dude go down, now I don't got to worry about those players, right? Because when those superstars are out of the playoffs and you're just left with a regular team that got lucky a few times or maybe made it a couple rounds, then you get some love. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so, and the Chargers got what they deserved. They really did. They're just like other teams, even like the Raiders up until the firing, they were just like other teams like that just have had bad years, not using their star players, and just all around bad. And we've all watched it. And people go, they try to get on me. Like, oh no, this is just the way football has been and for years. And there's always going to be a story. And I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, injured quarterbacks, a bunch of head coaches being axed. Okay, like everybody's like, this is normal. This isn't normal. And what's even funnier is more than half these coaches will be coaching on a team that just fired a coach this year. And it's like you got a chance. So let's say, you got a chance with all these superstars around you and you couldn't do it. You couldn't do it. Man, that's a bad day for y'all. But hey, that's what seasonal is about. Sometimes you got to be cutthroat. When you have a couple extra pickups, a couple extra things, you just got to do it. You got to look out for your team. Some could say it's dirty, but hey, if it's dirty, then they should be cutting off waiver wires and pickups when the playoffs start. And unfortunately, that's not the case. So that's a weapon that a lot of us are using. It's just funny that me and him are going at it. I mean, I'd like to see him in the championship game. That rubber match for the loot. Oh yeah. All right. Well, we're a little jacked up. Let's
get to the Macho pick of the week. Oh, yeah. Thought you was gonna go without the thing. You think that I'm just gonna sit there and let the ultra contrarian show help you out? Yeah, but I'm not doing it. Yeah. We're gonna think about this guy right here.
I'm going crazy. Jaden Reed for the Packers. What? I mean, I always love digging the running backs, and I was looking at Kyren Williams, and I've done Christian McCaffrey and Derrick Henry, and I've got all these, things, and I'm throwing the bets out there with them, right? So this is the crazy thing. So FanDuel Sportsbook for Jaden Reed only has his yards at 54.5, which that's not bad, although he only got like 27 last game. But he did on 8 catches, mind you. But his catches is right now is a 4.5. Normally, I would like an alt. So as alt, I would do a 3 or 4. So you can get a little higher than that 114. But you're more likely to hit that and then hit that with a parlay, like a same game parlay, or you can parlay that with other players from other games. Because I really like to do that too. If you guys aren't doing that, going from game to game and grabbing a few guys that over 2 catches, over 3 catches, and put them together, parlay them, I don't know what you're doing. I don't really know what you're doing because seriously, that's easy money. And I know that parlays are really hard to hit. These parlays, it's like what I did the other day. So on Monday, when I was putting together a bet, I was like, okay, well, let's get this little bet together right here, right? So of course, we had Dolphins, Titans, and I was like, oh, let's just Raheem Mostert anytime touchdown, bang, right? But I did Okonkwo over 28.5 yards, all right? So that's a little up there. That gave me a really good odd, right? So I did Todd Spears because I knew that the Dolphins were this was going to be a throwing game a little bit. So I knew that Spears was going to be the one getting the passes, right? So that was 16.5. I thought that was just a great deal. And it's just making an example too, and then we'll get a little into Jaden Reed. But Derrick Henry over a half a yard for a catch. Look, the Titans have been pretty funny about getting him a catch or two every game. No, he smashed it on the first catch, right? And of course, Spears had like 89 yards receiving. And we all know Okonkwo did what he did, and Mostert scored a touchdown. Yo, I had a plus 2,046 on this. That was easy. It was like so for like if you had a unit, you won like it was 34 units, 35 units. So think about that. Yeah, that was awesome, man. That was a good hit. But what I'm getting at is when you take a bunch of those catches or those low yards like that, knowing that this guy's probably going to get a catch or and at least go at least a couple yards. It doesn't always happen. That's why they call it gambling. Betting, taking a chance. Scared money don't make no money, but it ain't no time unless you're the home of the villain. And that's what we do. Oh yeah, right. But Jaden Reed, those are easy, and if you parlay them together, you get a plus 114. So you're looking at you have to get 5 catches, in like 55 yards, and you're good. See, now this is where I would say I would rather have like the 4 catches and 40 yards, and I would rather take that. That's a safer bet, but they don't have the alt lines out yet for Jaden Reed, so you're gonna have to do that. Also for DFS, right now he is super duper cheap. He is 4,900 on DraftKings. FanDuel priced them up. So you're gonna have to really, because there's a bunch of dudes right around there in the low 6,000s, high 5,000, mostly low 6,000 that you can really work in. So you might want to go with that, but you're gonna have to check out my Ultra Contrarian show because I got some lineups completely different from each other, unlike last week. So that's what you got to do. Get the Dr. Roto right now. Read all the articles. Win DFS money. Win your first round of your playoffs or your second round of your playoffs, and always remember to bring the pain to the competition. Ooh, yeah. Woo! May the points be with you.